Fortnite Chapter 2 OG finally here, guys. There are so many amazing brand new items that you guys need to start using today. So in this video, we're going to be looking at 30 Fortnite items you need to buy. These are going to include some of the newest items in the game and of course some of the best items as well that have been introduced over the last few seasons. So make sure to go down and hit the like and subscribe button if you own at least 3 of the items in this video. Make sure as well, guys, to go and check out my brand new channel, More Kyro, in the description down below, where we will be uploading a lot more storyline based content. Let's get straight into it though, and one item that you definitely need to buy is Undercover Skye. I just feel like this has been an incredible skin. It is basically a mashup of Skye and Gov, and they have definitely made this into one of the best skins from this battle pass. I feel like you can really play it in 2 different ways as well. You can use the tryhard edit styles or one of the more meme edit styles by using the Gov helmet. It is completely up to you. Hopefully we will get some more edit styles for this as the season progresses as well, but we're gonna have to wait and see. But I feel like this is definitely an item you need to buy before chapter 6. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 29 position, and we have the Vault Guardian. There is no doubt the Vault Guardian is one of the best pickaxes in the game. Even though this isn't necessarily new, I just feel like this is a pickaxe that we had to include in this video. The crowbars have always been some of the best pickaxes throughout the history of Fortnite. We obviously had the original crowbar back during chapter 1, we had the gold crow introduced during chapter 3, and then the Vault Guardian introduced a few seasons later, and I just feel like this is one of the best pickaxes of all time. It is also quite cheap, coming in at only 500 V-Bucks, which makes it even better. It is going to work in with every single skin that you own as well, which just makes this so much cooler, and it is also very tryhard. This is going to work in perfectly with something like the Serenade skin though, which again isn't necessarily the newest item in this video, but definitely one of the most tryhard. I love this a lot. I feel like the colors on the Serenade skin are just so incredible. This was originally introduced to chapter 4, even though it fitted in with the theme of chapter 3 perfectly. I really like this skin. I feel like they could have definitely made this a lot better though if they did introduce some other variants for this with some other color styles. That would have been my only criticism of this. I still feel like it is a really good skin to buy though. We don't know when or even if this will return to the store, but I feel like it definitely could be added over the next few weeks. It definitely wouldn't surprise me as well if a skin like this did get remixed over the next few weeks or even into chapter 6, so that is something to keep an eye out for. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 27 position, and we have the spiked baton mace. Now this is definitely one of the more interesting pickaxes that has been added to the game. It has so much detail to it, and this is one of the more interesting ones because it has a custom animation for a pickaxe that we haven't really seen too many times before. The last time I remember seeing a pickaxe like this was actually the riot shield weapon that we had for the first Star Wars update in chapter 2. This was really cool. I feel like this riot weapon was such an underrated pickaxe though, so hopefully now the spiked baton mace can actually become quite popular considering it is part of this battle pass. Let's move on, guys, to the number 26 position, and we have the driver. The driver is without a doubt one of the most tryhard pickaxes that has ever been added to the game. I mean, it is honestly hard to find a pickaxe that has been better than this. It was first introduced back during chapter 1, and surprisingly they haven't really remade this apart from the Dauntless driver. It is still one of the most iconic pickaxes we've ever seen in Fortnite though. I just feel like this is so good because of how simplistic it is. It works in with every single skin that you own, which is what a lot of people want. They don't really want to be spending a bunch of V-Bucks on pickaxes that all look really different, so I feel like using something like this is going to be perfect. A skin that is going to work in perfectly with this though has to be Chun-li. I feel like Chun-li could definitely be added back to the store this season. It was first introduced back during chapter 2 season 8, so since we are in chapter 2 OG, it would make sense that this does get added back to the game. This is so sick though. I've always been a big fan of this. It is one of those collab skins that never really got the attention it deserved. I don't really know why. Fortnite collaborated with June and it was so cool, but they never really collaborated with them again apart from the first set of skins. Even though we have had a second June movie and a June TV show coming out over the next few weeks, they still haven't really addressed this or brought these items back, so they are definitely some of the rarest ones in the game. Let's move forward, guys, to the number 24 position, and we have Eightball. I love Eightball. I feel like it is a better variant of the Eightball skin that was added back during chapter 2 season 1, especially for me as well. I didn't really play too much of Fortnite back during chapter 2 season 1. I didn't actually end up buying that battle pass either, but I just feel like this skin was one of the cleanest ones, and I definitely regret not owning it. I feel like Eightball though is such an improvement. It looks really sick, and the design of this has to be one of the cleanest ones we have seen for a while. There are some gold and black variants for this. You can also add a jacket, and there is a gold and white variant as well, which makes it even better. So it is completely up to you guys on which style you want to own. Let's move on then, guys, to the number 23 position, and we have the studded axe. This is an 800 V-Buck pickaxe in Fortnite, and this is the only pickaxe in Fortnite that is known to have a competitive advantage. We don't actually know if this is true or not, but a lot of people believe this makes less sound than every other pickaxe in the history of the game, and that is why so many pros and streamers use it. I mean, it is honestly kind of crazy how this works. It has been in the game since Chapter 1 Season 8 as well, so maybe there is some sort of truth to this for it to be as popular as it has been for such a long time. They could definitely add in different color variants of this, but it hasn't happened just yet, which is definitely holding this back. One item that has had additional styles added though is going to be Aura. Aura was also introduced during Chapter 1 Season 8. When this first got added, we only had 2 edit styles for this, but after a few seasons, they added in a 3rd edit style, which is the green and gold style, which I think looks the best. I still think the other styles are probably more tryhard though, so if you guys do own this skin, then that is probably the styles that you want to use, but regardless, all 3 edit styles of this skin are incredible. This has also been remade so many times, so this is definitely one of the most tryhard items in the game, and obviously Fortnite realizes how popular this has actually been as well. Let's move forward, guys, to the number 21 position, and we have Meowdas. This is a combination of Midas and Meowscles, 2 of the most iconic Battle Pass skins in the history of the game. These were first added back during Chapter 2 Season 2, and now in Chapter 2 Remix, they have done an amazing job combining these skins together. I really like the way this looks. I feel like they could have made this skin actually really bad, but they did an awesome job with this, and then I feel like it is definitely a skin you guys need to buy before Chapter 6. It might not be as tryhard as some of the other Midas skins that we have actually seen, but it is definitely one of the cleanest ones from this season, and definitely an item I highly recommend you guys do end up buying. Let's move on, guys, to the number 20 position, and we have Kuno. I am a big fan of Kuno. This is also introduced back during Chapter 2, so again, this could be remade in Chapter 2 OG. It has already been remade a few times with Incinerator Kuno, and of course Champion Kuno being added to the game. I still think the original one might be the best though. Obviously Incinerator Kuno was added with a bundle, so it doesn't really return to the store that often, but the original styles of this do return to the store quite a bit, and I feel like that is really cool. Obviously Blizzard Buster Kuno was a secondary edit style for this. It was added after a few seasons. I think that is the best one out of the 2, but let me know in the comments down below which one is your favorite. One item that has definitely been a lot more tryhard than this though is going to be the Star Wand. This has been tryhard since Chapter 1 Season 8. You can pick this up for 800 V-Bucks, and this is arguably the most iconic Fortnite pickaxe that has ever been added to the game. I mean, it is kind of crazy how good this has actually been. So many people love this, and regardless of if you are a meme player or just one of the biggest tryhard players in the world, you are going to love this. I feel like the design is definitely perfect for all types of Fortnite players as well. That just makes this even better, and Fortnite definitely realizes how good this is because they've remade this a bunch of times already, and I'm sure they will continue to remake it in the future. It also seems to work in with pretty much every single skin in your locker as well, and that includes Beach Jules. Beach Jules is a really cool skin. It was originally added back during Chapter 2 to celebrate the summer update that we had in Fortnite. During the summer updates and of course Winterfest as well, they usually remake some of the most iconic and popular skins in the game and just fit them to those summer or winter updates. I feel like Beach Jules was so sick though. They took an already very popular skin and just made it even better. This skin did have some problems though when it was first added because the textures were quite different. It didn't really work as well as some of the other Fortnite skins in Fortnite, and they actually offered refunds because they had to change this skin around. They did add in an edit style with a bunch more tattoos, and I think this does look really clean. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 17 position, and we have the Golden Scythe. The Golden Scythe is one of the coolest pickaxes we have seen for a while. It is pretty much a remake of the Reaper that was added back to Chapter 1 Season 1, but I feel like this is an even better style. I love the golden effect to it. I feel like Fortnite does an amazing job with some of the golden effects that we have actually seen, and it has taken such a long time for the Reaper to finally get an edit style. I feel like it would have been a lot better if this was introduced for Fortnite Mace, but obviously they had to wait until this season was actually released, so it is really cool that it is now here, and I have been using this a bunch, and have also seen a lot of other pros and streamers using it as well. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 16 position, and we have the Mogul Masters. There is no doubt the Mogul Masters are some of the most try-hard items we have seen in Fortnite that were introduced back during Chapter 1 Season Edition 2, so they are some of the most OG items in the history of the game. And what is even crazier about these as well is that these were introduced before we had edit styles in Fortnite, so you unfortunately don't buy one skin, you have to buy 8 different skins, all for a price tag of 1,500 V-Bucks. So many of these though have been very tryhard and sweaty. I still feel like the German Mogul Master is probably the most underrated one, so if you do want to use an underrated style, that is probably the one I would end up using, but honestly all of these are really good. We haven't really talked about too many gliders though, so let's move on to the best glider in the game, and this is the Dragacorn. There is no doubt this is the best glider in Fortnite, and considering this is a collab glider, it makes it even better. There isn't really too much I need to say about this though, just make sure you guys do pick it up the next time it's in the store. But that takes us forward to the number 14 position, and we have the Icebreaker. We have talked about a bunch of very tryhard pickaxes in Fortnite, but the Icebreaker is one that has been so popular and tryhard for such a long time that I feel like people honestly forget how good this actually is. You can pick it up for only 500 V-Bucks. It has been in the game from the very beginning as well, and it's just one of the first pickaxes that people really ended up buying. We still see OG players that have been playing the game since Chapter 1, Season 1, still using this today, which is so insane. I cannot think of a better pickaxe for OG players to use. It is just so simplistic, it's going to work in with every single skin that you own as well, just making this even better. But I'm sure a lot of you guys watching this video right now already own this. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 13 position, and we have the Leviathan Axe. The Leviathan Axe would have to be one of the most iconic pickaxes in the history of the game. You can pick this up for 1,000 V-Bucks, but unfortunately this is only featured in the item shop once. That is so unfortunate because this would probably be the most popular pickaxe we have ever seen. So many people love the design of this, and I feel like that is so unique, not only because of the design for this, but the fact that this has a reactive ability to it. It is animated as well, with the fact that this becomes more frozen the more times that you swing it, which is just so cool. Usually a lot of pickaxes in Fortnite that are popular and tryhard don't have this reactive ability, so it is really cool to see this, and again, for one that has a custom animation, it just makes it even better. It is so rare though, so a lot of people might instead prefer to use their V-Bucks on something like the Black Cat. I feel like the Black Cat is just one of those skins that we had to talk about. It has been really good for such a long time. The design for this is so well done, and this is sort of Marvel's version of the Catwoman skin. Obviously, Catwoman has been really popular over the last few seasons, but it really hasn't featured in the store that much, so a lot of people have actually ended up going and switching to something like the Black Cat, which has been featuring in the store a lot more often, especially since we were just in a Marvel season. I'm a big fan of this skin though. I feel like some other designs would have really benefited this and made it a lot cooler, potentially to the point where this is better than the Catwoman skin, but unfortunately that didn't happen, so I feel like we just need to move on to our next item, guys, and we have the Chaos Director. This is one of the most iconic skins I think we are going to see from this season. It is a remake of the Chaos Agent, but is a female variant for it. This skin has already been remade a bunch. We obviously have the Chaos Agent, the Double Chaos Agent, Chaos Origins, Chaos Explorer, and a few others that I have forgotten about, but I just feel like the Chaos Director might be the best one yet. There are 2 different edit styles for this at the moment. We could see even more in the future as well, which would just take this to a whole nother level. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 10 position, and we have to talk about the Harley Hitter. This is one of the best DC pickaxes in the game. We've talked about a lot of collab pickaxes that have been really popular in the past, but I feel like nothing really beats the Harley Hitter. This is such a unique pickaxe. There aren't really too many other pickaxes that have a similar design to this, and that is really what sets it apart from every other collab pickaxe that we have. Unfortunately, we do only have one style for this. This was added with the original Harley Quinn skin back during Chapter 2, Season 1. It would have been really cool to see a secondary edit style when we did get Rebirth Harley Quinn added during Chapter 2, Season 5, but unfortunately that didn't end up happening. I feel like this could still be something that does happen in the future, but it's not looking likely, so we may as well move on to a DC item that is probably better than this, and this has to be Catwoman. And for this, we are particularly talking about the comic book Catwoman skin. We already talked about this a little bit when we mentioned the Black Cat skin. I really like the way this looks. I feel like this skin has been incredible, and it was really one of the more underrated skins up until Chapter 5 started. It felt like as soon as Chapter 5 started, a lot of people started to use this again almost out of nowhere. It didn't really feature in the store that often. We hadn't really seen too many other people using it, especially tryhard players before Chapter 5, but for whatever reason during Chapter 5 Season 1, so many pros and streamers started to use this again, and now it is one of the coolest collab skins in the game, and one of the most tryhard ones as well. It just doesn't feature in the store that often though, so if you are a fan of this, make sure to pick it up the next time it's in the store, because I know I will be doing that as well. Let's move on guys to the number 8 position, and we have the Golden Q. I feel like this has to be the best pickaxe that we have seen from this season's Battle Pass in Chapter 2 OG. The design for this is just really clean. I think this is going to be quite good, especially considering it has a custom animation, but since this is the pickaxe for one ball, I just feel like that skin is going to be quite popular, and therefore this pickaxe will probably be quite popular as well. Let me know what you guys think of this though. There are probably some other pickaxes that people might prefer to use over this, but I still really like the design of it, and thought we had to include it in this video. Let's move on though guys to the number 7 position, and we have Siren. This is definitely a skin that could be remade this season. It was first introduced back during Chapter 2 Season 2, arguably the best season in Fortnite history. I like this a lot. We had so many amazing skins added during this season, and Siren is one of the best. The default style of this was incredible. The noir edit style is probably one of the more underrated ones, but what made this even better was the brand new red edit style that was added at the start of Chapter 5. This was so sick. I love the way this looked a lot, and I feel like during Chapter 4 this really lost a lot of popularity, so seeing it become popular again in Chapter 5 with the red edit style was just really cool to see. It has already been remade a bunch in Fortnite. We obviously have the Spycatcher Siren skin, we have the Championship Siren skin as well. Both of them are incredible, but it wouldn't surprise me if this is remade again in Chapter 2 OG. Another item that has been remade though is the Fiendish wand. We actually got this added right at the end of Chapter 5 Season 4 as part of the Fortnite Mayor's rewards. This is actually given out for free, and it is a remake of the Star Wand pickaxe. We talked about the Star Wand earlier, but I just feel like the Fiendish wand had to be included in this video because it is one of the newest pickaxes and has such an incredible design. I love this a lot. I've always been a big fan of the Star Wand and thought they had to remake this eventually, and that is what they did with the Fiendish wand. They did an amazing job with this though. It is already one of the most popular pickaxes that we have in the game, and I just feel like this is going to be even better in the future. Unfortunately, if you guys didn't unlock this for free, we have no idea if this is going to be added back to the store or not. I really hope it does though, because it is such a clean pickaxe, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. But let's move on guys to the number 5 position, and we have Snoop Dogg. Honestly, this is probably unlucky to not be finishing in at the number 1 position. It is going to be one of the best skins in the history of Fortnite, and it has already been one of the best skins that we have seen as well. This has to be one of the cleanest skins we've seen of all time. Even though it is quite expensive, coming in at 3,500 V-Bucks, it is so well done. We also have a dog edit style if you do actually want to use that instead, but I still feel like the default style has been the best. So many pros and streamers have been using this as well, which is going to make it even better, so make sure you guys do pick this up before this season finishes. Let's move forward guys to the number 4 position, and we have the superhero skins. The superhero skins are arguably the most iconic skins in the history of the game. You can pick these up for 1,800 V-Bucks each. They are definitely quite expensive, but regardless, they are definitely worth buying. They have so many customizable edit styles. It is honestly kind of crazy how good these have been as well, and they were first introduced back during Chapter 2 Season 4, so now in Chapter 2 OG, I feel like it is the perfect time to start using these skins again. Obviously, whenever you have skins like this that have been in the game for such a long time, they are going to start dropping off a little bit, especially the superhero skins that have had some edit styles banned, but I still feel like they are incredible. But I feel like a lot of people need to start using some custom edit styles for these, apart from just using the same edit styles that people have been using over the last few years. Most people do just use single colored superhero skins, so I feel like it would be really cool to start experimenting and using some dual colors, so hopefully that does happen throughout Chapter 2 OG, and eventually into Chapter 6 as well. One item that is definitely going to be remade in the future though has to be the Axe of Champions 2.0. With Fortnite adding this to the item shop, it seems clear that we will see this remade in the future in Chapter 6, turning this into the Axe of Champions 3.0. This is most likely going to be the next ranked reward pickaxe. I feel like this will be so incredible. It already has such a cool design. They have remade this already with the Axe of Champions 1.0 mostly being gold, so I feel like like seeing a rainbow edit style would just make this even better. The Axe of Champions 2.0 though has to be the most try-hard pickaxe we've ever seen. The design for it is just so good. I know a lot of people did end up buying this, and hopefully it does return to the store in the future, because I know a lot of you guys are waiting for this to be added back. The only thing that could have made this better though was if the Axe of Champions 1.0 was also included with this. That definitely would have made it a lot better, but regardless, this is definitely one of my favorite all-time pickaxes, and something that is going to work in with every single skin that you own, and definitely an item that you need to buy today. But that takes us forward to the number 2 position, guys, and we have to talk about Lexa Hexbringer. Lexa Hexbringer has been one of the newest skins added to Fortnite. We actually saw this right at the end of Chapter 5, Season 4, but this is such a clean skin that we just had to include it in this video. I mean, the design alone is just so good, but I feel like what really sets this apart is the fact that this is a Fortnite mace skin. We don't really see too many other Fortnite mace skins being that popular, and they don't really stay popular for too long, but Lexa Hexbringer has been so popular, it is honestly kind of insane. I feel like this is only going to get better in the future as well. We do have 2 different styles for this, but I wish they added in an edit style where you could actually take the hat off. That definitely would have made it the best in the game, but regardless, this is definitely a skin I feel like you guys need to buy moving forward. That takes us forward, guys, to the number 1 position, and the best item for you guys to buy has to be the Chapter 2 Remix Battle Pass. Now, I know it might be cheating to include an entire Battle Pass in at this position, but I feel like this has been the best item that we have seen for a really long time. I love the design of this. There are so many amazing skins in here that we have already talked about, and of course some others that we haven't talked about either. Some of the pickaxes are incredible, the gliders are so sick, and the secret skins are really good as well. This might be one of the best battle passes we've had for a long time, and of course I'm sure Fortnite will do an amazing job during Chapter 6 as well, but for right now this is the best item you can buy in Fortnite. But there you guys go, that is my video for 30 Fortnite items you guys need to buy in Chapter 2 OG. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure to let me know in the comments down below what item you guys are going to buy today, and I'll see you all in the next video.